So there is a cause of the coronavirus in the Đồng Nai hospital. The man is a doctor, monitor of the hospital. Yeah, it's been for 10 days since he has contact with the patient. Yeah, so right now I feel really nervous, just like other people. Today's topic is about dark matter, the matter we can see. Let's start. The ancient Greeks had a great idea. The universe is simple. In their minds, all you need to make it was 4 elements: earth, air, fire, and water. As theories go, it's a beautiful one. It has simplicity and elegance. It says that by combining the 4 basic elements in different ways, you could produce all the wonderful diversity of the universe, earth and fire. For example, you things that are dry, air and water, things that are wet. But as theories go, it had a problem. It didn't predict anything that could be measured, and measurement is the basis of experimental science. Worse still, the theory was wrong. But the Greeks were great scientists of the mind, and in the 5th century BC, Leucippus of Miletus came up with one of the most enduring scientific ideas ever. Everything we see is made up of tiny invisible bits of stuff called atoms. This theory is simple and elegant, and it has the advantage over the earth, air, fire, and water theory of being right. Centuries of scientific thought and experimentation have established that the real elements, things like hydrogen, carbon, and iron, can be broken down into atoms. In Leucippus' theory, the atoms is the smallest invisible bit of stuff that's still recognizable as hydrogen, carbon, or iron. The only thing wrong with Leucippus' idea is that atoms are, in fact, divisible. Furthermore, his atoms idea turns out to explain just a small part of what the universe is made of. What appears to be the ordinary stuff of the universe is, in fact, quite rare. Leucippus' atoms, or the things they are made of, actually made up for only about 5% of what we know to be there. Physicists know the rest of the universe, 95% of it, and the dark universe, made of dark matter and dark energy. How do we know this? Well, we know because we look at things and we see them. That might seem rather than simplistic, but it's really quite profound. All the stuff that's made of atoms is visible. Light bounces off it, and we can see it. When we look out into space, we see stars and galaxies. Some of them, like the one we live in, are beautiful spiral shapes spinning gracefully through space. When scientists first measured the motion of groups of galaxies in the 1930s and weighed the amount of matter they contain, they were in for a surprise. They found that there's not enough visible stuff in those groups to hold them together. From what we can see, they ought to fly apart, but they don't. So there must be stuff there that we can see. We call that stuff dark matter. The best evidence for dark matter today comes from measurements of something called the cosmic microwave background, the afterglow of the Big Bang. But that's another story. All of the evidence we have says that dark matter is there, and it accounts for much of the stuff in those beautiful spiral galaxies that fill the heavens. So where does that leave us? We have long known that the heavens does not revolve around us, and that we are residents of a fairly ordinary planet, orbiting a fairly ordinary star in the spiral arm of a fairly ordinary galaxy. The discovery of dark matter took us one step further away from the center of things. It told us that the stuff we are made of is only a small fraction of what makes up the universe, but there was more to come. Early this century, scientists studying the outer region of the universe confirmed that not only is everything moving apart from everything else, as you would expect in a universe that began in hot, dense Big Bang, but that the universe expansion also seems to be accelerating. What's that about? Either there's some kind of energy pushing this acceleration, just like you apply energy to accelerate a car, or gravity does not behave exactly as we think. Most scientists think it's the former, that there's some kind of energy driving the acceleration. They call it dark energy. Today's best measurements allow us to work out just how much the universe is dark. It looks as if dark energy makes up about 68% of the universe and dark matter about 27%, leaving just 5% for us and everything else we can actually see. So what's the dark stuff made of? We don't know, but there's one theory called supersymmetry that could explain some of it. Supersymmetry, or SUSY for short, predicts a whole range of new particles, some of which could make up the dark matter. If we found evidence for SUSY, we could go from understanding 5% of our universe, the things we can actually see, to around a third. Not bad for a day's work. Dark energy would probably be harder to understand, but there are some speculative theories out that might point the way. Among them are theories that go back to the first great idea of the ancient Greeks, the idea that we began with several millions ago, the idea that the universe must be simple. These theories predict that there is just a single element from which all the universe's wonderful diversity stems, a vibrating string. The idea is that all the particles we know today are just different harmonies on the string. Unfortunately, string theories today are as yet unstable. But with so much of the universe waiting to be explored, the stakes are high. The odds make you feel small. It shouldn't. Instead, you should marvel in the fact that, as far as we know, you are a member of one species in the universe, able to even to begin a grasp its wonders, and you are living at the right time to see our understanding explored. I feel really good. There are 5 things that I have done today. First is keep the money. Second is making the traditional cake. The third is studying hard. The fourth is driving carefully. The fifth is washing the dishes. There are 5 things that I feel grateful for. The first is my family. Thanks to my grandmother that she helped me to have this house. Thanks for my mother that's always take care of me. Thanks my family who always encourage me and grows me up. The first is thanks to our teachers, the 2 people, Tang and Ling. They are very good teachers. Fifth is my friends. We have a good time together. And this vlog